Hey guys, it's a few days later from last time I baled hay right here in this field. 180, well, I had a total of 184 bales, but it was 170 right here in this field on this round baler. And now I'm back again and we're going to bale. Oh, these are the only 9 bales that are left here out of this field. They've been hauling them out, but just on the other side of that ridge is 30 more acres. And last year it made over 100 round bales. So I was getting ready to start on that today. Now I just mowed it day before yesterday, but it should be ready. It was tedded and hopefully it's ready to go. We are going to go find out. Once I figure out how to operate this tractor. Every one of them is different. Did not need air conditioner when I drove this thing out here this morning. Yeah, that's right. I didn't leave it out here. I mean, I don't like getting rain on my balers, so I take the balers home. And we had a couple of days of rain and thunderstorms and stuff, so took it home and put it in the shed, which I had to grease it and fill the tank back up and get everything ready. Anyway, so it just works better. Oil the chains on it. Just took it home and did all that stuff. It was having a belt issue too. I was hoping this. I moved one of the belts around because I was having a belt issue. Hopefully that's not going to cause me a problem today. We're getting ready to find out. One of the belts was rubbing against the side of the baler and I moved it over one. So I'm hoping it's not tracking quite right, but I'm hoping it doesn't run over top of the other belts and cause an issue there. We're getting ready to find out. Okay, here we go. It is a hay drying day. Humidity is low. Wind is blowing. It's nice. And I'm in like the road here. Okay, I'm watching that bale. It is running right up against the other belt, but it's not pushing it, doesn't seem like. It's not running up on top of it. So that's good. Maybe in business. And the belt I put in its place is not rubbing the wall like it was. Belt number, belt number 1, not belt number 1. Hay's in good shape. I made these super long windrows that go the whole length of this field. I made a bunch of them. It's going to be fun to bale. But my dad's going to come take over baling here in a little while, so I'm not going to get to do it all. I want to go ahead and work on another field. There's 25 acres that I need to square. Whether I'll get to start on it today, I don't know. But I would like to. It was mowed the same day as this, but it was thicker, greener. So it's probably going to take a little longer to dry than this did. And it was mowed later in the day. Even though it all got rained on the day that I mowed it. Got carried away. Took off too fast. First time I've done that this year. Most time if you'll just idle the engine down, I stop the pickup head up. I don't know why, but if you'll idle it down and then sometimes just turn the pickup head off, or turn the baler off and then turn it back on, it'll grab and go on. Since I figured that out, I haven't had to pull it out by hand yet. That was my fault too. I just took off wide open and rammed it right into the hay. So this is bale number 7 that I'm making right now. This would be a much faster process if you didn't ever have to stop. Dump bales out. I mean, it don't take that long, but after you do it 100 times, it adds up. What does it take, like 20 seconds to wrap the bale or something? After you do that 100 times or more, it adds up to a whole lot of time. Hey, looks pretty. see here. This one is going to be kind of tricky. If I can put it in the road. Not going away. And yes, I can. Alright, I think I need to shut the filming down, call Dad, get him out here, let him start doing this. I got to finish raking this field. I haven't quite finished raking it. That won't take too long, and then I'm getting a phone call anyway. I just put Dad on the round baler. I got to finish raking. I got all this down this side. It was still in the shade this morning, so I was just letting it hang out over there, not bothering it. But man, the hay's super dry. It's 15 to 17%. So it's good shape. I'm gonna get back in this. I've switched tractors on you on the rake. I did have this rake on the 4710. But I had to pull it off so they could load hay with it. They had a loader. So I put the 6640 on the rake, and then when they got done loading hay, well, they hadn't quite got done loading hay, but I stole the 4710 back and started tedding with it, and I brought them a 4066R John Deere to load the hay with. And I tell you what, that thing does pretty good loading hay. It impressed me. So this tractor currently has nowhere to put this thing, which is pretty typical for tractors. No plastic. Everything's plastic. Just gonna put it here and do this for now. Maybe. So I got the window open, so I ain't gonna film this very long. I don't want all that dust and stuff in here. So this is the 7th season on this rake. It's been a good rake. It's about the only Kubota thing I've ever owned that I actually like. I've never owned a Kubota tractor, but I've ran my father-in-law's. I ran several different ones. I'm not a big fan of them. We got a few of them Kubota RTVs at the shop. Got 3 of them. I don't like them things either that much. I mean, they'll get you from point A to point B, but if you're just going to ride them around, I'll find something different. Like a Polaris Razor or a Ranger or something like that. We have the older ones, the diesel. I don't know if the other ones are the newer ones are any better. And then I have a ZD 1211 lawnmower, and I'm not a big fan of that thing either. Alright, I gotta close this window. My eyes are starting to itch. Alright, so I just got done raking some of the field I was going to square bale, and now I'm just going for a nice leisurely stroll. Hey, there's a stick in the field. Get rid of that. Back over here to get my truck so I can go get the square baler. So it's walking through some of this field that I mowed, and its second cutting is already coming back pretty good. It looks really good to be as you know, it's only been like a week since I cut it, but I cut it fairly high. I cut it at 4 inches, and that helps with regrowth faster. You don't want to cut this grass type hay off too short. So anyway, my truck is just right over this hill. I can already see the 4710 with the tedder, and then now I can see my truck in the 4066R. Anyway, I wanted to get the 5711. It's at the shop, hooked to the square baler. It's ready to go. It's got the fenders on it. It's got the oil changed in it. It's got new hydraulic filters on it. I did not put fuel filters on it. I don't see the need at 50 hours. I mean, that depends on your fuel, and we have fairly decent clean fuel, so we don't typically have fuel filter issues. So I'm going to wait a little longer on those. I do have them if I do have an issue. But, all right, see y'all soon. All right, I'm just getting back to the field. Oh yeah, I put the tie grabber on the front of this thing. I can't operate it on this tractor, but I carried it out here with it. That way it would be here. And I may actually have to use it on the 4710 because the John Deere's still hooked up to the mower, and I don't want to have to switch all that mess around. So that's possibly going to happen. And I know it'll run it. It's just not fun for it. So yeah, I'm getting ready to get started. Shannon's going to come take my place in a little bit, hopefully. Oh, she's already here. Cool. I didn't know she was coming that quick. She can get in here and ride with us. Did she bring me a sandwich? She did. She's such a good woman.
Pretty green hay. Not green as in too much moisture. Green as in pretty color.
Alright, so I got run out of the baler really quick. It didn't last long. I was going to hook these wagons to my truck, and I don't know why, since this is a pintle hitch, why I can't just hook it up to the pintle hitch. You have to unlock it. See, it normally is locked right there, but it's still got plenty of weight, and there's also a safety pin in the hitch pin, so there's no way that hitch pin's coming out of there. So I'm going to hook it to the pintle hitch if I can. Basically, that's what it is, the pintle hitch, right? I can't put this around because it'll hit the truck, I think. Yeah. So I'll leave it turned this way, and it'll be just fine. Alright, let's go back to the field. Load these wagons. I had Shannon take me to get the 4710. I'm going to load with it, even though I don't like to. It's already out there. The John Deere is hooked to the mower, and I want to use it first thing in the morning, so I don't want to unhook it. Yeah. All right. See y'all in the field.
I think this is my first time baling this field. It's kind of amazing because it used to be just a bunch of rocks and pine trees, and Dennis did lots and lots and lots and lots of work to turn it into a hayfield. Man, it's pretty. Kind of nice to see the fruits of your labor. I'm pretty sure I didn't bale this last year. Never knew how much went into a field, getting a field ready until Dennis. And now if I see a field that's growing up with weeds and then briars and then small trees, and then, you know, it slowly starts getting taken over, it just makes me so sad because I know how much work somebody did to turn that into a hayfield. So that's kind of crazy. To go. Thought I was in B or C at least. I do like the shift on the column. That's really nice. When he was telling me about it, I was just like, yeah, okay, cool. But now, that is really helpful. It really is. Kind of amazing. Let's see if we can clean up into this windrow a little bit as we go down here. I used to get so stressed trying to get in windrows. The ends, you have to think about how you're turning and how the windrow, how the bale, you know, the baler is to the right of the tractor. So depending on what way the curve is going in the windrow determines if you drive past it and then turn versus if you have to turn kind of sharper to get on the windrow. And when I was first learning, if Dennis's dad or his grandfather came to the field, I would get so nervous, which then meant I would make even more mistakes. Oh, it was so aggravating because I knew what I was doing, But, you know, if you miss, you don't turn it just right, don't get in the end of the windrow. But that's one thing. Dennis has never fussed at me about if I miss a little hay here or there, because usually I'll drive and clean up. You know, if I'm going to turn around to get in the windrow, once you get all the outside runs picked up and you're in the straighter rows, I say straight, but straight-ish rows, you know, and you're going to turn around, I like to go and clean up where I've missed some. But yeah, Dennis has never said anything. But one time the field was so thick, his dad, for some reason, was there. I can't remember why, and I just got so nervous. It's not like his dad's ever fussed at me or anything, but whew, I kept messing up, and I was just so happy when he went to do something else. And later I was telling Dennis about it, that I was all nervous, and he was like, "Well, why are you nervous? You know what you're doing? Just bale hay. That's all you gotta do is just bale the hay, drive and bale." So now I try not to worry about who's in the field. I just take off and go. You know, but you got lots to pay attention to. The strings, make sure when the twine changes over that it doesn't miss. And then you got to pay attention to the accumulator back there. Make sure it releases like it's doing now. And try to watch the moisture, especially if it's in a field where it ain't dried out as good. And then try to keep the same amount of hay going in the baler, so stay in the right gear, either go up or shift down like you need to. It's a lot, but I like square baling, I really do. Uh-oh. He laughs at me too, because I always like to have a plan, like right here. It's kind of tricky right out here. Do a circle to get back in this road. I don't back up like Dennis does. He can back it. He can drive stuff like he took it, you know. I joke with him, I say he drives like he stole it. You know, just everything works for him. But it doesn't work that way for me. So I have to have a plan. He always just laughs. Again, he says, just go down. Just bail it. Well, that's easy for you to say when you're an experienced operator. Oh, it's yelling at me. Don't want to hit any packs of hay this time. Last time I was bailing, I hit packs of hay. That wasn't good. There we go. Yeah, the angle right there, I couldn't turn it. It would have been too sharp. Uh-oh, hopefully it's not too sharp. Watch that bale coming up. I think it's alright. Oh, it did. I turned too sharp. You see what it did to that bale? Dagnabbit. That's totally a Shannon mistake. Yeah, there it goes. I'm gonna have to stop. Well, shoot. Go see how much damage it is. That bale had made it into the accumulator, but one string was completely off on the back side of the bale, so that wouldn't have worked. That would have been no good if he had picked it up or somebody else picked it up. So I just went ahead and broke it, put it in the windrows. And I'll tell you what, that hay smells good. It smells really good, and the color is so pretty. So, what a beautiful day to be baling hay. I can't believe it dried as fast as it did too.